Hey, it's David, Breeze Flippers, back in the shipping room. It's the end of a long weekend because of this little guy. This is my grandson. This is Cade. Say hi, Cade.
Hi, Kate. Hi.
He says hi, Cade. Anyway, it's been a good weekend, actually. We've had some great sales go on and a really good week, to be honest with you. Probably one of the better weeks we've had in a while. So very happy with the way this quarter's starting out. Hopefully that it's going to keep up and keep going because we're going to be going into back to school pretty soon and then, hit fourth quarter real soon. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's sold and maybe talk about a few things that are going on and, kind of let you know what's happening here and maybe get a chance to see him again, or you're definitely going to hear him. So this is not a quiet room. So anyway, let's get into it.
Find it, flip it, ship it, wear Breeze Flippers. Keep it moving. Find it, flip it, ship it, repeat.
Like I said, it's been a busy weekend. It's been a fun weekend. And we talked a little bit about this in a video before where you kind of got to find a balance, right? Your balance has to be, you got to have time for family. You got to have time for yourself. You got to do some stuff. This weekend, we've been doing that. We played in the pool. We've got some neighbors over. We're going to go over to their house for supper, celebrating their daughter's graduation from high school. So it's a lot of fun. We're just having a great time this weekend. I did find some time to do some reselling. Went out sourcing a little bit yesterday. And honestly, it wasn't that great. Ended up buying some comics though. Not a bundle of comics, but a few really good comics. I paid up for them. So, and I'm sorry, like you said, you're probably going to hear my grandson in the background, which, he doesn't know the volume of his voice yet, which he's hilarious. So anyway, lots of fun. I enjoy every moment we get with him. We don't get many moments, so they live quite a ways away. So we do get that time. We'd like to take it. So I'll put reselling aside for that. So, but we had some great sales. Actually, this week has been really good. We're starting out the quarter fantastic. I've got to be honest with you. I hope everybody else is having it. Obviously besides the little eBay glitch earlier this week that we got an early payment on, which didn't bother me. I mean, just put money in the bank's all it did. So, but and we got another good payment coming out, I think. So coming back on Tuesday. So this week we've done almost a little over $800 in sales, 31 total sales. And I don't think the weekend's done yet. I'll be honest with you. I think we'll probably still get some more. I'm shooting this a little early. So if it kind of goes the way it has been, it's usually in the evening, a few more things come in. And then Mondays have been really good too. So like I said, not going to complain. It's been a great weekend. But we'll take a look at what's sold real quick. I will tell you though that the quarter, I was really happy with it. We're actually 65% ahead starting this quarter than we were last year at the same time. So kind of a weird summer. Like I said before, it was like June was much better last year than it was this year. Second quarter was better last year than it was this year, but third quarter starting out good. First quarter was better this year than it was last year. So kind of weird things. I do think a lot of it has to do with the economy, probably has a lot to do with politics, probably has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. That stuff I just don't want to get into. We can talk all day about it. It doesn't do any good, right? So we're not running the country. We're just living in it. Anyway, but we take a look at what's sold. But like I said, we're up 65%. So very happy. We're still, it's funny too, we're actually up on number of sales. So average sale price, $32.50 for this quarter. So I realize the start of the quarter is July. We're right the first few weeks in it, but I like that trend. So I'm very happy with it. And as far as how we're looking for the whole year, we've caught up, we're flat. So that's a good thing. So we've made up for that really crappy quarter we had last year. So I think things might look up. Let's hope, that we have a good third quarter and a good fourth quarter, and we may hit our goal. If we don't hit it with that, we're definitely going to hit it with Dibd. We had a great auctions last week. I guess got all those shipped this morning, and I did have somebody compliment me on my packaging, and that made me feel really good. I take a lot of pride in when I pack something because I have received really bad stuff before. I told you guys about the comic I received that was in a poly mailer, not a bubble poly mailer, a poly mailer. And it was a graded comic, and of course it was cracked because, you send stuff through UPS or USPS, either one. You can't expect them to treat it like something they own. They don't care. They're going to toss it. They're going to throw it between things. You got to be careful and you got to plan for it. So maybe one of these days I'll show how I ship my comics, but I'm pretty sure that there's probably been a lot of videos out there. I do use Gemini mailers. Mostly I have some other mailers that I also use, some 2-inch by 11 by 8 by 2s, I believe. And I use those as well. Maybe they're 11 by 9 by 2. So I use those every once in a while as well, and especially when I have a stack of comics. So, but I do take and wrap them in bubble wrap, or I do stuff. So I try to take pride in what I ship because I want you to get it the same way that I had it, and what you're paying for. So anyway, so that did make me feel good, and I appreciate that. All right, so let's take a look at what sold. We're going to kind of jump right into it. We did have one thing that sold after my last video. I did a kind of an impromptu video on Friday. I sold, and I'll pop it up on the screen, a Ralph Lauren men's shirt, 17.5, 34, 35, a purple stripe, long sleeve, button-down classic. I used to have to wear them for work, and now I wear pretty much this. So I wear shorts and a t-shirt. Sometimes I'll wear a company shirt, sometimes I won't. I'll just wear something else, but like this. But you know, I don't have to wear those anymore. So I don't even go anywhere that I need to wear those anymore. I keep a few on hand because you never know, somebody's getting married or funeral or something. So anyway, I keep those on hand, and but for the rest of them, I got rid of them, especially these bigger ones like 17.5, 18. I don't have that size neck anymore. So that went out and actually sold it only for $7, but I'm not complaining. $5.99 shipping on that, I believe. Next thing that sold is some of the trades I had. So this was from a, I want to say it was a garage sale or an estate sale last year, and I had it on video. Matter of fact, it's the only picking video I think I have on the channel, which I need to put more up, and I promise you I'm going to work on it. Again, work-life balance. I'm trying to get that balance. I will get it done. But I did sell Batman Arkham Asylum. This is a trade paperback. Went out for $12. It will go out with free shipping. It's not going to take that much to ship because it's a fairly light trade. But it did go out, and that's kind of one of the ones that's been sitting in there for a while, so I was kind of happy to see it go. It just kind of needs to get sold. But that went out, like I said, $12 in free shipping. I did sell a graded comic this weekend. This one is Deadpool #1. This is the first collector's edition. It's a 9.2. I wish it had been a 9.8 because the value would have skyrocketed. But this was, I think, Deadpool's first, was this premiere issue, but I can't remember if it was the first. It might have been one before this, which might have been the Circle Chase. I can't remember. But anyway, it is Deadpool #1, and it is a 9.2, and there's some significant first appearance of T-Ray and Blind Owl, Sasquatch, Zol Colodin, and Noah Dubose. Appearance wraparound cover. So this is a wraparound cover. Kind of see? I can glare. Sorry. There you go. Anyway, kind of a cool cover. I did like this, so it's kind of funny. Every time I put one up on the wall, it sells. I put another one up on the wall today. We'll see if it sells. This one sold for $125.99 though, and it goes out with free shipping. So anyway, that's a cool sale, and I'm very happy with it. It's going to Texas. So actually, yeah, it's going to where my brother lives in Frisco. Cool. So anyway, that was a good buy. So the rest of the stuff too, we sold. Another thing, so it's kind of funny. I literally just listed this morning. So I have come across and received some more. I have some more master stuff that I have that I hadn't listed yet, and I just put it up this morning. Listed this one. This is a Masters 4-pin ball markers. So these are ball markers. You can kind of see them. I put them in bags because they don't get dinged up. But just literally listed it today. Put it up for $37.99 plus free shipping. So that's going out. Free shipping, Masters, and I have a few more of those things. So if you're interested in any Masters merchandise, take a look at my store. You'll see some stuff. All right. Now, as I told you before, and we talked about this last week, right? I sell what I want to sell, but I think you should sell what you want to sell. However, there are some things I'm trying to get rid of. I am still working to get rid of these Playboy magazines, and not because of consciousness or anything like that. It's just because I want the room. I have 4 small bins of them, and I just need the space because I sell a lot of comics, and I would rather sell a lot of comics. So I get more for the comics than I do these. So I've marked these way, way down. So matter of fact, they're at $3.79 as I marked them down to $7.99 shipping, and then $2.50 for each additional that you buy. And I have sold 4 of them in the past 2 days, I guess. So at 3 to the same person, which is great, which is really the way I want to sell them. I wish they buy 10 or 12, and I keep going back saying, I'll give you more discount. I don't care how much I get for them, as long as I get at least $2 for them, or maybe even $1 or $1.50. You know, I'm all right because I make my money back. I've already made most of my money back on this buy. But I just want the space, so I'm trying to sell them off, and it just less hassle, right? But so this one is from February 2000, Angie Everhart, Jeff Bezos interview. That one went out for $2.88, $7.99 shipping. This one, let's see, this one went out for, what year is this one? This is 2011, Anna Sophia Berglund cover, and it sold for $3.03, and that's going to have $7.99 shipping. This one sold for $3.03. It'll have $2.50 shipping. It's from January 2002, and it's a wrestler on the front. I don't I don't know who she is. From Lady Wrestler to Warrior Princess. Joanne Lawyer. I don't know who she is. Never heard of her. Anyway, and then I sold another one of these. So this is the last one of these. This is the Carmen Berg, Oliver Stone, Wall Street. But this is Kimberly Conrad, who I think became Hugh Hefner's wife in 1989. She was also Playmate of the Year. So I was wrong too, by the way. Hugh Hefner wasn't married a lot of times. I think he was only married 3 times. And but he had a ton of girlfriends. So anyway, good for him. All right. So those are going out. So the total of the weekend, not too bad. Like I said, for the whole week, $804. If I was to add up what I did over the weekend, we can take a look real quick. I think for the weekend, it's not too bad. $311.53. So anyway, hoping that I'll get a few more things tonight, which would be great. You know, just try to round out the weekend and take a big bag to the post tomorrow. That would be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, that's what's going on, guys. Like I said, it's just been nothing exciting this weekend. Nothing great for me to sit here and pontificate on and talk about. It really is just about what sold, because I've got music going on outside, and there's people out there, and there's people in here, and the grandson. So all kinds of things going on. So I'm going to keep it short today. Probably do a couple videos this week, and the reason why is got some things going on. So I'll probably be trying to get a couple videos out and kind of talk a little bit about some stuff going on. And like I said, over the next couple weeks, I'll be really busy with some stuff. So I will put videos out when I can and try to show you some fun stuff. But I am going to start working on some picker videos. So I may put out a few of those while I'm doing these other things, and try to show some picker videos, because I got a bunch of hours that I can do those on. So we'll try to get that out too. But like I said, nothing spectacular, just a good sales week. Very happy with it. Just cannot complain. So I hope you guys are having a great sales week. I hope things are picking up for you. This is going to be a short video today, like I said, because there's so much going on. But I do enjoy talking with you guys and let you know at least how things are going. I hope things are going well with you. I hope your sales have picked up. I'm David, Breeze Flippers. We'll see ya.
Find it, flip it, ship it, wear Breeze Flippers. Keep it moving. Find it, flip it, ship it, repeat.